Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé Season 10 Episode 13, To Love and to Cherish. So we're just going to get right on to it. I thought it was a pretty low-key, borderline boring episode, but still some stuff went down. We're going to start off, the episode started off with the continuation of that argument with Rob and Sophie. So Rob and Sophie, as we know last week, Sophie's mother came in and she judged Rob's house, and Rob had a big meltdown because he was saying that they don't know the struggle, they never been at the bottom and stuff, and if they were, they had help with the phone call. They don't know, and they judging me, blah blah blah, and everything. So in this episode, he's just still complaining to the producers and what they're saying and all that. And Sophie and her mom were talking, you know what, let's just go get out of here. Let's just go get some lunch and stuff. He's still outside screaming, complaining to the cameras and the producers about what they're saying. And Sophie's mom was like, look, I don't take back what I said, but I do apologize for raising my voice. And we'll just leave it at that, point blank. And so Rob is upset because Sophie keeps taking her mom's side with everything and not sticking up for him and everything. And I'm just like, it's not so much taking your mom's side, it's just like being on the side of right. Like, he should have had like more things in line before Sophie got here. If you don't have a job or don't have much, he should have communicated that, or set his priorities straight if he wanted to pay for a freaking K1 visa. I mean, that's just my opinion on that one, but I don't know. So yeah, that was all we see of Rob and Sophie. Next couple I want to talk is Sam and Citra. So this episode, Sam and Citra, they're about to get married in 14 days. Citra's family is coming in from Indonesia, and Sam once he's about to convert to Islamic Muslim and stuff. So this episode they decided to go have like a night out of town just to let loose, have fun a little bit before he converts. So they went to a bar. Citra doesn't drink, so she ordered a mixed mocktail, basically fruity drink and everything. And they just talked about everything, preparing for this wedding. Then they decided to go. Then they go to a mosque. They go to a mosque just to get the questions because he's converting in a couple days. When they were at the mosque, Sam, he said that Citra, she's already Muslim and everything, and he's converting. He used to be a former atheist and everything. And, the guy at the mosque told him that, if you guys are about to get married, you do need his father's blessing, basically, and everything. So, and as we remember, Sam has still yet to tell Citra's father about that, and him not getting that diversion for when he was arrested and stuff. So, that's the storyline with that one, too. So, we'll see how that goes. So later, they pick up Citra's sister first, and I guess the father have already landed, but we didn't see them pick him up. He was already at his hotel and stuff. They pick up the sister, and Sam was like, you know what, Citra's sisters were always mean to me. They said some harsh things, worse than the bullies at school and stuff and everything, but I do love them and stuff. And that's kind of sad if your in-law, your sister-in-laws are worse than the bullies at school. That's that's not good. That is pretty sad. But, yeah. So they go back to the hotel to meet with the father. So they had a nice little meet and greet with the father and just sit down and BS for a little bit and, talk about the wedding and everything. And remind you, Citra's father is a cop over in Indonesia as well. So he does know about Sam's past, but he doesn't know about this diversion. And Citra told him, do not tell my father about the diversion right now. Let's just get him acclimated, and then we'll tell him in a couple days. And he was just like, and Sam was just basically like, you know what, we're having fun, but all I could think about is telling her father about this, because if I delay it any longer, it's only going to make things worse. So, yeah, we'll see how that plays out. So that was Sam and Citra. Next couple I want to talk is Nikki and Justin. So this episode, Nikki goes to a nail salon to get her nails done. They're about to have their engagement party, and she talks to the woman that's doing her nails about like the Moldovan culture, Moldovan men. She asks her, are Moldovan men really like want their women to submit and basically and everything? Are they really controlling? She's like, yes. And the girl said yes. And I'm just like, you're pouring out all your problems to a nail salon who don't really give a crap. Nikki was just like pouring out like so much details, even a little bit about their intimate life. She didn't say she was trans to the girl, but she was just pouring out all her details about about everything. So I was just like, come on now, Nikki. I know you need somebody to vent to, but the girl spoke English, so that's why she confided in her. But, the girl said, yeah, Moldovan men, yeah, they are controlling, want their women to submit, but if this guy really loves you, he wouldn't be acting the way he be acting and stuff. And she's like, oh, thank you, basically. So her and Justin meet back up again, and, they're getting ready for their like engagement party and stuff, but they're still arguing about their intimate life. And now, I thought all season that Nikki was too much, but now Justin's too much, because last week, if you remember, he said that he wanted to have a freaking threesome, which is disgusting. So this episode, Nikki kind of like aimed towards the idea, like, if you want this threesome so bad, you and I are going to have to get better and be better intimate, basically. Then he said, if we have a threesome, it's going to be me, it's going to be two girls and me. And but he told her, it's not allowed to be two guys. And then she was like, whoa, wait a minute. So you can have sex with two girls, but I can't have sex with two guys. He was like, yeah. And then he started laughing, and she was like, you know what, Igor, because that's really Justin's real name, Igor. I'm about this close to punching you in your face. And she said, and this is completely disrespectful for you to just say that and to start laughing. So now he just thinks this is all funny and stuff now. And for him to say that, it's a double, one, hypocritical, two, double standard, three, disgusting. So I understand how traumatized from the first breakup that he might, but he's just saying things that are just completely below the belt. That's just he's really trying to humiliate the girl, and I don't like that. He needs to I understand Nikki's being a little bit too much with it, but still to say that and to just to be disgusting and to laugh about it, dude, you're sick. Get out of here. You're sick. So that was Nikki and Justin. And speaking of being sick, let's talk about the couple who I really can't stand. Ashley and freaking Manuel. Ashley and Manuel. Now, they are always arguing over money. She's always arguing with them over money because she ain't sending much money to his family. And yes, she's taking care of him. She brought him on here on America on the K1 visa. She's paying for everything without no attorney, no lawyer, no nothing and everything. And she just wants a little bit more respect. I get that, and I agree with that. But I don't agree with her and him always arguing about this in public. Now, I got into a big discussion with somebody in a big disagreement over Ashley and Manuel this week about how I feel about this. And, the person said that, Ashley is just a strong woman, and she's right and everything. And I agree, but I don't agree with her trying to below the man in public all the time and everything. Now, remember last season on Before the 90 Days with Riley, a YouTuber had said that Riley was not, jokingly, was not invited to, the cookouts and stuff. I'm feeling that same way with Ashley here. I'm feeling like Ashley ain't invited to the cookout. Just saying. And here's why I feel that way. Because every time, and it was shown, they're still, they have a mutual friend that came in the last week's episode, and they're about to take him back to the airport, and she was actually Emmanuel confided in him, and he was trying to be peacemaker and the mediator. Well, they're at a coffee shop, and then they're arguing. Then they go out, and he's like, like, what are we doing? Like, I'll go with you, or Queen, like, I'll do whatever the Queen says, or whatever, and everything. Then the friend was like, tell her you're sorry. So Manuel goes and kisses Ashley, says, I'm sorry, baby, I'm sorry, I don't want to fight with you. And then Ashley was just like, okay, let's go. So what they do is they go back inside the coffee shop, go into to an all gender bathroom, and they get the groove on in the coffee shop in the bathroom. Disgusting. Disgusting. Disgraceful. Disgusting. 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 No other way to put it. That was nasty. That was gross. I have no respect for that. Me personally, I have no respect for that. You have a home to go to. You don't have to do it out in public like that. Go to a freaking all-gender bathroom to do that. Disgusting. Sickening. And this is why I don't like Ashley. So then later, Ashley meets up with her friends. They go and do like some kind of dance that they want to try to do for their wedding and stuff. And they do some dances, and then she tells her friends what happened at the coffee shop and everything. And the friends are just like, and then she's getting mad at the friends because they're making faces and judging quickly. She's like, you're at to one of her girls, like, you're at a 12. I need you to be at a 2 right now, basically, and everything. And, Ashley feels like once they get married, all their problems are going to go away. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Y'all going to have the exact same problems. Until Manuel gets a job and is able to work in America, y'all going to have the exact same problems, even after you're married. So don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to play sex off like, it's like a Band-Aid on the situation, because it really ain't. It just makes you look more bad. It just makes you look worse. You don't look good by doing that. And what I saw in that coffee shop and what I heard, disgusting. Disgusting. So yeah, that was Ashley and Manuel. I'm done with them too. I swear, I can't. Guys, this season has just been so hard. This is, some other YouTubers have even stopped covering 90 Day this season because it's just so weird, and like stuff like that keep happening, and it's not about the love anymore. It's just about the drama or the disgusting things that these people are doing. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Next couple I'm going to talk is Gino and Jasmine. So Gino and Jasmine, they're still in Miami, and they're about to wrap up Miami. Gino surprises Jasmine with this like beautiful dinner, romantic dinner, like on top of a building or something or whatever, and everything. And Jasmine's impressed and everything. And she said that, Gina, you're trying, you're doing great. I'm always I'm going to try to do better, blah, 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 and everything. Then, she tells Gino that, honestly, you're not the type of guy who I really go after. Somebody like Dane, my ex-boyfriend, is who I normally would go after. But, this is a change because this is more real. And then Gino just starts crying. He cries for... this is the first time I've ever seen Gino cry. He starts crying and everything. I'm just like, Jasmine, why are you keep bragging about your ex to this guy? If he does that, you're flipping out. I can't. She's another one with the double standard who I can't stand when they do that. If he says anything about his ex, she's thinking you're in love with him and everything. But when she talks about her ex, oh, he's my friend. He helps me a lot. He's good looking and all that. Girl, please. So Gino starts crying, but then he's really crying because he's touched. He goes and gets a upgraded ring, and reproposes to Jasmine with a better ring. Now, this is like the third time he done proposed to her. Like, so I don't know how many times you're gonna keep proposing to her, but yeah, it was a cute ring. So they propose, and then the next day they're getting ready to go back to Michigan, and Jasmine confesses to Gina the big secret that we waited all season for. Remember at the beginning of the season, guys, that Jasmine had like a butt implant procedure done, and she used the money that was supposed to be for the wedding dress that Gina gave her. The procedure was $10,000. Gina thought it was $8,000, and the remaining like $2,000 or whatever came from her ex-boyfriend Dane. Well, she kept that a secret. She flipped out about Gina's bachelor party. Now, as they were getting ready to leave to go back to Michigan, Jasmine finally told Gina that, the remaining $2,000 came from Dane. Gina, his heart just broke. Because Gina, he was like, you know what? Jasmine had tried to cover it. She's like, oh, but I don't have to pay him back. He said, you're getting married. This is your wedding present from me. Have a good life and everything. And I'm just like, that's not the point. That is not the point. The point is that you're still involved with your ex. You have this double standard. Gina talks or thinks about an ex or even looks at an ex. You're flipping out. You're getting like thousands of dollars from this dude. You brag about how great looking he is and everything. And Gina is just supposed to take it. Like, Gina's like, I don't like him. He was like, why don't you like about him? He's a good friend of me and everything. And like I said, it's just not the point. So Gina's just like, let's just go. Let's just go. Now, judging by the previews of next week, looks like Gina's ex-wife is coming back into the picture and is going to really piss off Jasmine. So I'm waiting to see how that plays out. So, I mean, it's just messy. Just when I thought they were getting along too, I was going to say, oh, Gina and Jasmine doing really good. Wrong. So that was Gina and Jasmine. And the last couple I'm going to talk is Clayton and Annalie. So Clayton and Annalie, they're in San Diego. They were visiting Clayton's friend Cameron. Clayton is upset that Annalie has not told her family about them being together and they're about to get married. And every time he talks about it to Annalie, she gets mad. She storms off like a child. And she was like, if you keep on treating me like this, like, I prefer to break up. Like, if you don't respect me, then this ain't gonna work. Now, in Clayton's defense, he was like, you know what, I've had ex-girlfriends who hit me, and it ultimately led to them cheating. They never would post about me on social media. They did not tell anybody they're with a great guy or anything and everything. So that kind of knocked some sense into Annalie. So she was like, I'll post something if that makes you happy, I'll put something on Instagram or something to make you happy. So she writes like a long little list on how much she loves Clayton, message that loves Clayton, everything. That was sweet. And they kiss and make up. And kissing and make up. And here's another thing, here's another storyline. They haven't been intimate this whole time. After they kissed and made up, they finally had a night where they were intimate. I'm like, wow, that little dry spell ended. Now, see, it just took like a serious conversation and everything. So, kind of a little bit like Ashley and Manuel a little bit. They gave me that little bit of vibes in that moment, but this felt more real than that. So they're still exploring San Diego. They go on this like little bike ride. Clayton gets on this little bike ride, and him and Annalie just take like a little bike ride around like this pier area or whatever. And Annalie is discussing to Clayton about the wedding and what she wants at the wedding and stuff. And since Annalie is from Peru, like, she wants some Peruvian things. She said she wants a llama that's like has a shirt on and stuff, and a paca and stuff. And Clayton's like, wait, a llama, a guinea pigs, and what? So he was just like, So he was like, that's kind of a lot, and we're short on money. Annalie also said she wants to live in San Diego, and Clayton's like, I can't afford that. So Clayton comes up with this brilliant idea of calling his sister. Now, remember the sister from early in the season? She like really grilled Annalie and offended her, but the sister is apparently is doing all the wedding arrangements and everything. And Annalie told the sister that like she wants her to help her with the bachelorette party, and she wants some male strippers there too. And she was like, okay. And then Clayton asks like, if you're wedding planning, can you get us a llama and an alpaca for the Peruvian culture for her wedding? And she was like, you're asking me to do so much. Like, I'm already planning your wedding. I'm planning this bachelorette party, and you want a llama? I can't do that for you. And Clayton is just like, so you're saying that you can't? And she was just like, that's a little bit too much. And then she hung up on him. Now, Clayton, be grateful for what you got. If your sister is helping you out with the wedding, then don't overdo it. Don't overstep your boundaries. She's gracious enough to help out with the wedding and everything. And I see Clayton's point. He wants Peruvian culture at her wedding, for Annalie for the wedding, which is fair enough. But some things are just a little bit hard to get. And if that ain't gonna work, if you can't just take what you can get, then you're an ungrateful person. So, and same with Annalie. Like, y'all got to be grateful for what y'all got. And that's just something that like a lot of these like foreigners, like like people like Sophie, Manuel, and Annalie. I understand like they come from like different cultures and backgrounds and stuff, and especially Sophie and stuff. But when you're here on the K1 visa and everything, like your American partner is really taking care of you and stuff. And you have to understand and be grateful. I understand it's not 100% ideal. I understand Sophie is not happy with Rob's situation. I understand that Manuel wants to help his family and everything. And I understand that Annalie misses her family. But still, you have to be grateful for what you got, and that's my opinion. So that was all we've seen of Clayton and Annalie. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Hope everybody has a great day off today. And I wouldn't be here doing these recap videos for you guys if it wasn't for Martin Luther King. So I hope everyone has a great day. I'll be back on tomorrow to recap tonight's episode of The Single Life. So be sure y'all stay tuned for that. And until then, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see y'all again tomorrow.